Everybody, welcome back for another episode of Physio Show. Today we are talking about the deep neck flexor muscle group, the muscles that live deep in the neck and are critical for supporting the neck. Now, unfortunately, with trauma, headaches, or any chronic pain condition affecting the head or neck, these can get very weak, especially nowadays with a lot of our work tasks performed in a sitting posture where we all look like this all day. These just get deconditioned and can put a lot of strain through all of these structures in the neck. So a great way to help with pain management is to restore dynamic stability. Now, there are a lot of exercises that help target the deep neck flexors, but in my opinion, they're very boring and can have very little carryover to daily activities. So in today's video, we're going to show you some advanced deep neck flexor muscle training that can go a long way in helping manage chronic pain and help restore dynamic stability of the neck. One of the first things you'll notice in people that have poor deep neck flexor endurance and control is the inability to look down. You're going to notice that they jut their chin out first and really can't get their chin to their chest because this requires deep neck flexor control. So proper performance would be chin tuck first, and that's going to allow their chin to get to their sternum. But those that have lack of control, again, they just can't get there. To address this, all you need is a band. What we're going to do is position this band right at the base of the skull. So on the neck though, right below the skull bone, straighten the arms out. This is going to create some tension to promote protraction, which we're going to be fighting throughout the whole motion. So to perform this exercise, we're standing tall, good posture, trying to get that neutral alignment, and we're going to be cueing the patient to look down with a subtle chin nod, and then relax, come back up. So we're trying to maintain this neutral spinal posture and engage the deep neck flexor muscle group while minimizing contribution of that lower cervical spine, which a lot of the people will start to do is they initiate from the lower cervical spine. So they get this with the protracted position and they fail to activate those deep neck flexor muscle groups, which is going to add stability of the neck and help normalize movement. And you're going to notice when they do protract, when they're looking down to work on the computer or read a book, they're just putting a ton of strain through these cervical facets and muscles because they're not normalizing the natural movement of the neck and failing to activate those deep neck flexors. So it's another key component of these deep neck flexor muscle groups is maintaining neutral alignment as we turn our head. Again, you're going to notice people with a really protracted cervical spine, they can't rotate as much and they just close up these upper cervical joints and just put a lot of stress through them. So it's good to maintain neutral so that we have a lot more freedom of movement. So a good way to train the motor control with cervical rotation is, again, getting that band back out. Adding a little bit of a dynamic surface always adds value. So on the hands and knees, we're going to maintain neutral and then we're going to just turn slightly. About 30 degrees or so, little pause, back to neutral, and then nice and slow, going back the other way. Again, just a really nice way to restore dynamic deep neck flexor control with functional rotation. So now that we restored the motor control with our previous exercise, now we have to restore the real function of these deep neck flexor muscle groups, which is stability. And a great way to do that is to utilize something that's a little unsteady. So to perform this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to hang our chest off the table. We're going to bring our band back to promote that protracted positioning. So this is going to force our neck forward, and we're going to be fighting that the entire time. So we're going to retract the neck, get that neutral spine. We don't have to over retract, but just enough to find neutral. Hands are on this ball, and this is a great way to engage a lot of these periscapular muscles like the serratus anterior as well, which are really important for also assisting with posture. So while we're in this position, we're going to do clockwise and counterclockwise motions. So about 10 or so clockwise, and then you're going to flip, and this is a nice way to add dynamic stability to these deep neck flexor groups and really help try to control this neutral alignment with a little bit of movement. Now to add even more value, we're going to add a little bit more dynamic movement to the exercise. So with this band, throwing it right around the neck, we're going to go into a quadruped position with the hands and knees down. So we're going to find that neutral and we're going to maintain. And what we're going to do is we're going to crawl And now the sequencing of the arms and legs is going to put even more challenge on maintaining this neutral alignment and really helping to restore dynamic stability of these deep neck flexor muscles. Slower the better, and really making sure that we kind of ignore the arms and legs and are focused on the alignment of the neck. Now to really bump that up, I'm going to pop up into a bear crawl position and same focus, maintaining neutral alignment, making sure our chin doesn't jut forward, and we're maintaining spinal alignment throughout the whole exercise and really challenging these deep neck flexors in a more dynamic way. To add even more challenge, we're going to add some dynamic spinal control now. And a great way to do that is with a functional movement like a squat. This is going to really challenge the deep neck flexors even more, build up that endurance and dynamic stability. So, taking our band, throwing it right around the neck, finding that nice neutral position, maintaining, and then we're going to be squatting down to a surface, back up. So we're combining stability up at the neck with a bit of motor control through the legs and core. Great way to tie in function when we're training the deep neck flexor muscle groups. Well, I hope this gives you some idea in terms of variety to train the deep neck flexor group and get away from the boring old chin tucks that everybody performs and really has minimal value and carry over to function. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can continue learning more about your body, how it works, and what it needs to keep moving.